Hello, how goes it? I'm Neil Semper, and this is Crusader Kings III. Firstly, thank you so much for the response to my first video, and sorry it's taken so long to get another out. As you may know, since that first video, the game has received an update. Now, that update changed a few things, particularly in the 867 start date, and particularly in Wales. As you can see here, now in 867, the Principality of Deheubarth starts off controlling only the lordship of Morgannwg. Gwent, Brycheiniog and Dyfed are independent. So I'm going to start again as Prince Hywel ap Rhys of Deheubarth, and it should pose an even more of a challenge as we start here. So without any further ado, let's begin. So here we have Prince Hywel ap Rhys of Deheubarth, who is honest, calm and craven, and a grey eminence, fantastic diplomat. Well, I mean a good diplomat. So for lifestyle, I think let's stick with diplomacy for the moment, and potentially majesty. Now, increase in diplomacy would help people's opinion of us. I want to have a quick look at what the likelihood of vassalage is. Now, it would seem that Elisedd, the Lord of Brycheiniog, would accept, and also our uncle, Lord Meirig, would accept, which is interesting, considering... where is it? Actually, if I offer the vassalage, you might be able to see. Plus 18, considering there is a minus 15 malice, 15-point malice to his acceptance because he is a claimant to the Principality. So we start off in quite a good position, being able to offer vassalage to both Gwent and Brycheiniog. A very quick consolidation there. Now we just need Dyfed and Sir Gaerfyrddin, and we have the whole of Deheubarth. Right, so in that case, let's just go for a small increase in diplomacy, because it should be... How far away was Hythe? -2. If we... Where is it? Sway Lord Hythe. He should eventually accept an offer of vassalage. I also just saw there that we can ask the Pope for gold, which is an extra boon there, which will mean that we can get men-at-arms very quickly. Let's get Branwalder here. He is an average bishop, to fabricate a claim in Sir Gaerfyrddin, and also it was pointed out in the last video by, I believe, Stephen Smith, that getting the steward to increase development is better than getting them to collect taxes. Thank you very much for that, Stephen, because that will mean that we increase development far more quickly, and therefore increase not just our number of levies, but also the taxes that we get. So eventually, the small decrease in gold per month that we would get from switching from collect taxes to increase development, we will more than make up for. So thank you very much, Stephen. I'll be doing that from now on. So with all of that done, before I'm pausing, there are only two more things I think I want to do, and that is to find a spouse for Arthvile, our first-born son here, and similar to last time, sort by alliance power. I just want to point out, sorting by relevance, it puts everyone who isn't between the ages of 16 and 35 down at the bottom here, so you can miss out on some potentially useful alliances if you sort by relevance. So my advice, avoid sorting by relevance. I'm also going to filter by those who can get us an alliance and a gain in prestige, and I don't too much care about fertility because it's quite easy to spot those characters who will not result in children. So we can get a good alliance with West Francia, quite a powerful realm, and who is the better choice? I think it's Ermentrude here, and we shall send the proposal. Now for Prince Hywel. Last time I looked for someone who definitely wouldn't result in children. However, this time around I don't really mind either way. We only control one lordship, and we might control 4 by the end of his reign. But even then, passing on those titles, they're easily recoupable, I think, later on. I'm not going to worry too much, and we could get quite a good alliance with the Kingdom of Lotharingia. We could also get an alliance with the Principality of Gwynedd, which would be useful initially. However, I think we don't want to be stuck. Well, I don't want to be stuck in an alliance with Gwynedd for too long, because we're going to be setting our sights on them pretty soon after consolidating power, which we can do without their help. So let's get a betrothal with Princess Bertha of Lotharingia, I think. It's slightly annoying it doesn't remember which category you're sorting by. It does remember your filters, which at least is not annoying as it could be. So let's send that proposal, and I don't think there's anything else that needs doing currently. Just want to check, yes. Is there a chance that we could speed up inheriting the Lordship of Gwent? There is not. And Hywel is also honest, and it will increase his stress just by starting this scheme. So I'm going to avoid really going after anyone in terms of hostile schemes with Hywel, I think, unless it's absolutely necessary. Of course, we can also, there we go, we have some gold from the Pope, and because of that we can look at getting mercenaries, sorry, not mercenaries, we can look at getting men-at-arms, and I think the best choice initially for our starting setup is bowmen. They're good in hills. Excellent, they accept vassalization. We've already consolidated power in our de jure territory. Yes, Ceredigion have not got any men-at-arms yet, but if they are to get some, they're probably going to get bowmen. And potentially Gwynedd might declare to take Ceredigion from Gugan ap Meirig here, so we can probably defeat him with just our troops alone. We don't need to call in our allies. Hopefully we're not called into any of their wars, so that once we have Sir-Gavur, then we can move the capital there. It slightly forces us, the game, to move the capital there because there is this duchy building. It is the de jure capital. Here we go. Swaying Lord Havaith. Does he... he will accept, so let's just keep it short and professional. Done. He accepts vassalization as well. Social manipulation. All of these options increase stress. Okay. Craven. You're calm and craven. Honest, calm, and craven. Wow. Which increases stress the least? Well, one of these three. 50, 50, 50. Will happen. Can be any of these. Commenting on his graceful feat will throw him off. He's a patient, sadistic, and stubborn man. Also a diplomat. Let's try this one. Tasks which are impossible to complete. Gained a manipulation hook on him. That's quite good. Can change his contract. Let's get Rhys, my youngest son, to focus on domestic affairs to help with opinion amongst our new vassals. Well, at the moment we're just waiting on our bishop to fabricate a claim here. We should by that point have enough money to pay for that fabricated claim. Hopefully we do. So F5 minus 16, SF minus 9, and our uncle. So we can create a cadet branch. I think I will do that. The reason for that is because currently our uncle is the head of our current house, Morganug, and therefore the head of our dynasty. I believe once he dies, then the headship will pass to his elder son, Brochvile, and not to us, even though we are a higher rank. But the dynasty head of the dynasty will pass to us, I believe, if we are the head of our own house, because then we are the most prestigious house head in the dynasty. So, all that said, I think there is a good reason to create a cadet branch, and it is the House of Gwent Caerdydd. Not too bad of a name, a bit of a mouthful, but don't mind it too much. So we can carry on now. Yes, here we are, became the new dynasty head because we are the most, I think it's most prestigious house head in the dynasty. I may be wrong there, but it has something to do with rank and prestige. Ah, Rhys. Discover that Lord Havaith's inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected. I'll let it slide for now. I was going to say we don't need the money, but we might need the money. And this might be quite close. We might actually go into debt in order to get this claim. 90 gold. Okay, we don't go into debt. I don't know what determines that. I think it might be something to do with the skill level. At least part of it to do with the skill level of your court chaplain. So let's see it done. Now, interestingly, Gwynedd hasn't declared on Ceredigion, although he does have a claim. So we do have enough troops. You can see he hasn't actually got any men-at-arms. We should be okay. And we might well be able to call in Meirig as well, because we're the dynasty head, potentially. But maybe not, because he's our vassal. Let's see anyway. No time like the present to declare for our claims. Our claim on Sir Gaverthin. And let's make sure that we got everything right there. And here we go. Raise armies. Who is leading? Gwen. Gwen is leading. Is he the best? Probably, by the looks of things. And we can call West Francia and Lotharingia in. Is there much of a point? It's going to take them a while to get here. We can't call in Meirig, probably because he is our vassal. Let's tell them to go to Sir Gaverthin, and hopefully, I'll then pause, hopefully that gives Gwynedd the impetus to declare war as well. I mean, this would be an opportune time for them, but they're not doing so currently. Hopefully we can beat them. They're sieging down 6 months left, 4 months left, so hopefully we can win this siege, and then we'll go fight them in Caerdydd. Like I said, I don't think they have no men-at-arms. We've been called to war. West Francian claim on Italy. If we decline, we lose fame. I'm going to accept. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be a long war. So we're not going to be able to move our capital here while we're at war. We might have to wait a while. I mean, we are the House of Gwent Caerdydd, after all. We might as well stay there. And, yes, Gwynedd have now declared as well. So, let's go and hopefully we can win this battle here. The Battle of Caerdydd. Looks like we are. We weren't really winning the rolls there, we're not, but I think we're just overpowering them. We can get a new diplomacy perk, so let's go for an increase in fame, I think. And there we go, victory. Was it just a battle? Yes, battle at Morganug. So let's just... there we go. We can enforce demands. I didn't notice that. We may have been able to enforce them before the battle. I doubt we would have been able to. Anyway, let's now disband, because we're not going to send our army off to France and to Italy to get involved in that war. Now we own Caerphilly as well, and we have under our control the de jure Principality of Deheubarth. Quite a speedy gathering of power there. Consolidation, that was the word I was looking for. Now, we're going to keep the capital in Cadiz for now, so keep the rally point, keep everything as it is, and gain more money. Thank you for reminding me, game. I can place the Marshal, Gwen, in Caerphilly to increase control there. What else? Now, we could marry off some of our other family members. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to let the game carry on. Just need to have a quick think about how to continue. Now we can either gain generous liege, or we can improve Prince Rodri's opinion of us. I don't particularly want to gain stress. Meyrig would gain the trait wounded, though. Fear is a far more effective tool. He's probably going to... He's 69. He's probably going to pass soon, so I don't want to lose money. I already don't get that much per month anyway, so let's just impress Prince Rodri for now. Oh, Eliseth was slain. I didn't realise that, so who is the new... Sorry about that. Who is the new lord? Lord Tudor. Interesting. Tudor. Okay, well, I think what might be a good idea is to focus on gaining titles within our realm. Might be difficult to gain Gwent. Who is the weakest? Well, either Meyrig or Bracheniog. And I'm just going to give it a quick pause here and have a little bit of a think. We could... Who's the heir? Primary heir is Griffith. And then who is it? Hythe. Well, we wouldn't want that. It's going to take a while to gain enough gold for a fabricated claim. However, I believe I can pass limited crown authority, which will... Yes. Which will mean that we'll be able to revoke titles. Let's pass that law and get our spy master, our half-brother Arthvile, to... Now the question is, which title is better? Is it Bracheniog or Gwent? Bracheniog or Gwent? By the looks of things, currently at least, Bracheniog is better, and it doesn't hurt our dynasty either. So let's get... Sorry, I'm taking a while here just to sort of work out what the next steps are. Support... we want to find secrets in Bracheniog, see if there's anything we can get on this new Lord Tudor and be able to revoke the lordship from him and get even more power within the principality. Now, with that all set up, I think it is probably the right time to put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. There will be a second episode this time, I promise. I think you know what to do. If you did enjoy it, it would help if you were to maybe comment below or like the video. Let YouTube know if you did. But with that all said, I'm just going to say goodbye and see you in the next one.